Ladies and gentlemen, the long-awaited, highly anticipated tour with the chauffeur, a.k.a. Shawn Kelly, and riding shotgun, Lou English, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning, everybody.
We're starting. After a nice breakfast by Lou, we went down to Dwight Davis Park, a.k.a. Cheney Hollow, where the Northwest Blue Devils used to play. The two guys' name was Chester and Dino. And, those guys, they made a name for themselves. They opened up the school. And Old Man Robin was the coach there. He soccer coach and the baseball coach. He's Jeff Robin's father. So here we are. We're right there. Look at the Field of Dreams right there, buddy. People came all around on Saturdays to watch the whale dive up to where the lady widow made her nest. Right up in there, baby. Take it,
The Black Widow?
Yeah, that's it. And then
She's still here.
Yeah, and then we had the whatchamacallit, the guy. He could head the ball 500 times. Miguel de Lima with Pat McBride, the old St. Louis Stars. So go on down and then go to the light and make a right. Well, we're on Lillian Avenue, and the thing is that this was the place, man. And
Northwest? No.
Dwight Davis Park, everybody played ball. Now, fellas, you were lucky.
Here's the new name. Tell them the new name of this park.
Gregory Carter now, the old alderman that passed away.
Poor Dwight Davis is out. Gregory's in.
Right. And so Northwest High School was really a nice place when it first started. And they had a winger that played on the team, the all-star team in 1975 with myself and Jack Donovan. And here it was a winger, and he just was magnificent. And somehow he never had a whale-certified podcast guy to help him out, And that's what we do here. We bring back memories and make new ones for people.
Now, this says Northwest Hornets. It used to be the Blue Devils, right?
Oh, so
Northwest High?
yeah, right. Yeah, it's a charter school now.
Oh, I got you.
But the Blue Devils.
Wow.
So Lou, you had, what did you have back on the other side of the road? When we pulled up, you said that was my place.
Old family player, right?
No.
The
liquor store.
Oh.
Underage,
That was a Chuck Boslin of Rosary High.
Yes.
His resource.
Yes. And the whole story went with Cheney Hollow was there. And they had a fish fry and the number one beer stop in St. Louis. So now this is coming up to Walden Park School. This was, can you just pull in by the stop sign right there? Here it is. Across the street was the Dairy Queen that you had to be. Can you pull up, please?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right there. Now, to your right, gentlemen, is where the Whale's first professional contract was made. We played for money, and I didn't have the money, so I had a backer. And so I had to pay him a considerable amount of juice, and because there was no losing. And we used to take the monies and go over there. What is it now?
Miami Grill.
Yeah. Well, it used to be the Dairy Queen.
T-bones, chicken, shrimp.
Forget about it. We would just have the ice cream. Next door to those other places was a nice, whatchamacallit, confectionery with with the meat counter in the back. Get yourself a fresh sandwich, and then with a cold root beer. And that's how you celebrated your winnings.
Little slice of heaven up here.
Oh, absolutely. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. When you had to, hey, I'm pretty good. Yeah, all right. You want to put some money behind it? And there it was, ladies and gentlemen. And at any age, guys in their 30s would try to come down and get a couple dollars.
And how old were you at this point?
12.
Wow. Juvenile delinquent.
All right. Go out Riverview.
Wow. Are we going to go by the Rio show?
Yeah. And Lombardo's, the old Lombardo's restaurant.
We're right by Nativity here.
Yes. Nativity's right up the street to the block. It's torn down. It's some apartments. The
firehouse.
The 27s. The firehouse. Always. Yeah.
No, that guy got killed in the fireman.
Remember to...
You need a tire?
Oh, poor guy. Oh. And the old John Steiger was right there.
Yes. Was the Rio show right here?
No, a half a block down.
Okay, all right.
You should have open field. That's your review.
There,
yes,
there. Wow.
That's your real show.
And here's Lombardo's.
Yeah, it's Lombardo's.
Wow.
And we played. We practiced in the Calvary Cemetery. I think that's where Perry Vandenbeck learned how to play. When he first started, because he was trying out.
Did he do a lot of his dead ball stuff at the cemetery?
And he tried to shoot a couple goals, past the whale, and he was kind of unlucky, so he had to get that mindset going.
I got you.
Yeah, and so there it was, ladies and gentlemen. We played in there. Right a half a block up was a turnstile, and that's how you got into joint. Yeah, and so in the winter, when it was snowing, we would hook on, we would grab a hook back of the bumper and ride up Riverview.
If you remember, these houses over here on the left were, this was like the fancy section of town.
Absolutely. So Riverview Drive. Now, this takes it from the city to the county, the Halls Ferry Circle. And we're going to go past the house of the man, the myth, the legend, Mike Houlihan, ladies and gentlemen. The guy was all kinds of stuff to everybody for a long time. And great goalkeeper, training, gave the highest standard of excellence. Yeah, so here it is, Calvary Cemetery. Bye.
Wow, I have not been up here.
Yeah, and those are the railroad tracks. Every kid played on the railroad tracks. Be a hobo. But right around the corner and up at the next stop, not this stoplight, but the next one, that's where Mike lived, a couple doors down from that corner building. So as we go up, Lou, you'll be passing it on your right.
This is where my doctor used to be. Dr. Gerst was up here on the right here.
There you go.
See?
There you go, name dropper.
Yeah, stop it.
You were on the who's who if you had Dr. Gerst as as your doctor.
I could not give a good shot.
So there, Mike lived in these couple of times. I thought he had apartments, but anyway, right back there. So anyway, that's just the deal. Now we're going to come down to where the Halls Ferry Circle. Now, I had envisioned to play goalkeeper inside the circle.
In the middle?
Yes. And that, like $10 a ball, If it got past me, it would hit, a car.
It had to.
Yeah.
Circle.
But that's why, you're safe with the whale.
Right here, cat's drug.
Yep.
Wow. Blast of the past.
Yes. In the old days of whatchamacallit, what am I looking for? Steak and Shake.
Bettendorf wraps.
Oh, Bettendorf's. What a magnificent, yeah.
And there's the Steak and Shake building. It's still there.
Yeah. So go out 367 to Our Lady of Good Counsel.
Better known as Lewis and Clark Boulevard.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, the man.
My part of town.
Yeah. Lou, for some reason, is very quiet.
Shawn's doing everything for me.
Driving.
He's driving, he's filling in.
So here it is.
Setting you up, Wales? Come on.
Coming from the city out here, it was like, oh, man. If you lived out 367 way, you had a different attitude than if you lived out on the North Newhall's Ferry attitude.
All right, we're heading due north.
Heads up.
The road to Alton, Illinois. We're on it.
Yeah, baby.
So where are you taking us next, Wales? What's the next stop?
Our Lady of Good Counsel.
Oh boy.
Here we come.
And you know exactly how to get there.
Make a right on St. Cyr Boulevard.
There you go. So,
Wales, right along here is where our good friend Terry Collum spent half an hour of his early morning telling a St. Louis County police officer about his vision of becoming a police officer himself, while the late, rest in peace, Bobby Robeson and I sat in Terry's car and finished up our beers.
oh my God. Oh, but anyway, this was always quite the place to come up. And the reason why we're going there is that the whale, that was the first time I ever got associated with a crowd behind the gold.
On the hill?
You got it.
I got you.
And they're telling me I ain't leaving the park. And every time one of the fathers would say, Wales, are you up for it? And I said, is the Pope Catholic? He would put out a 5 and he would cut the cut the 5 or tear it and would give me the 1 and he would keep the other one, saying, Wales, if you play good, you get the other part. So there it was. Now, back in the day, yeah, let's try it. Back in the day, this is where the hooligans hung out. You used to play that field and the gold was right back down there. And there was people, I mean to tell you, it was really something because the church is right behind them. But right there, Our Lady of Good Counsel. Now, I don't know if you ever won a league championship or a tournament or anything down there. Have you, fellas?
Well, my 7th grade team at the league was here, and we played in a 7th, 8th grade league.
Yeah.
We were unbeaten, unscored upon until the last game. We lost 1-0 on a controversial foul call by the ref.
There's some things you never get over.
Yeah, but for St. Jerome's, this was like a home field. We came over here and we ate Good Counsel for lunch. I mean, it was like, it was like we were at home. So they just I hate to tell it to the guys, but this was our second home field.
They were a good team, but I never met anybody as an adult who played for them.
Good Counsel?
Yeah.
Well, Ray Schnettcookie.
Okay.
James Roth.
Oh.
Pat Hogan.
Oh.
To name a few. There's
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, well, and here's another one. Rob Valero.
No way.
Yeah, he's also a good consulate.
That was the guy.
Yeah. So
Yeah, they had a good goalkeeper. I said, I got to beat the guy, and we would win, 1-0. We got lucky. So, wow.
This is also the home parish, not that he played, but Kevin Slayton.
I'll be a son of a gun.
Right over here too. So this is the place. The hill seemed bigger when we were younger.
I mean, I tell you.
No, Legrand. I don't think Legrand was. No, Legrand was not from Good Counsel.
How about Dorsey?
Yeah, I think he was. I think Dorsey was from Good Counsel. Yeah.
Okay, we seen what we seen.
All right.
Okay.
Now we're.
Where next?
Now my hands are free because I'm handing it over to the North County guys.
All right, we're gonna go off the air for a while. The next stop, or where do you want to go?
No, we're gonna keep it going.
Wow.
I don't want to have, part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna go all the way because I want people to know the essence,
All right.
the brilliance that is English and Kelly.
So you want to go down the street here to Surrey Lane?
Okay, then.
Is where you want to go.
All right, then.
Well, there it is. There's the name. There's the sign. Surrey Lane Athletic Association.
No way.
Right there.
Holy cow.
But better known as Bob Russell Field.
I never knew
It's
that.
like being in London.
Yeah, I only knew about
Pitches everywhere.
going past the, whatchamacallit, the old topper.
That's down off of Chambers. Yeah.
Yeah, what field is that?
Right here.
Yeah, well, that's
Bob Russell Park.
Bob Russell Park. What was the field by the topper? Surrey Lane? In the bowl?
Yeah, and I think that's another version of Surrey Lane.
Oh, okay.
It's now
Okay.
It's now the Knights of Columbus Field.
All right, then. So this was one of the grandest streets, Bell Fountain, as Bell Fountain Road turns into Riverview Drive, or North Broadway, I'm sorry. It would come out here. And they had the Bell Fountain Neighbors City Hall.
Up here on the left.
Yeah, and there was a field there, wasn't there?
Behind there's a baseball and soccer field right there too. So you got here Bob Russell Park. See the sign? Right there. And also part of Matthew Dickey now.
Okay, I have a situation with this microphone, and that's why we need an upgrade on how to do stuff. So if you know somebody that wants to be an intern for Whale Certified Podcast to get the right equipment and to work it, do some editing, and baba boom, baba bang, you know where to go.
Are we on the air right now?
Yes. Yeah, we're going to be on the air for an hour because this is yes, exactly. This is there it is, the Bell Fountain Neighbors City Hall. Played a game there, and I'm thinking, I think the mayor is going to look out the window and say, "Hey, who is that kid? Get him out here. He's great." So here we are on Bell Fountain Neighbors.
Here's right here is Green Acres.
Oh man!
The second home of Joe Ham. That's where the Hams moved after they left St. Philip Neri.
Oh my God!
Right in there.
Way to go! Way to
high rent
Green Acres is a place.
Brick
to be.
homes. Those are brick homes.
Woo, fine living. And are we here at a place called Chambers?
Chambers Road. We're making a right.
Yeah. And what was the sporting goods place?
Wow, you would mention that. Bill Murphy Sporting Goods.
You guys still have an open tab there?
Well, it's sort of. I do owe him some money, but I'm not going to tell you what.
Okay.
Not proud of that.
All right. Now what's happening here?
All right, we're going into the Santa Cruz Hall. This is the field you were talking about, which was part of Surrey Lane, right?
Yes. Okay, this field is the first field Whale struck disappointment. I had a pitchfork and shovel.
Were you parked here in a car or what?
But we had some heartbreak games here. And man, I said, come on, I gotta get the juju. My mojo was lacking a little bit here, so we had a little tough. So adversity. This is a field of adversity.
This place, they hosted a junior tournament here in the summer, like around '73, maybe just 1 year.
Yeah.
I think Emos came up, Collinsville, Volkswagen, Narco, North City, that whole crowd. It was like July and August.
Yeah. Okay, let's get around here. I'm starting to feel creepy.
And it's the current home of the St. Jerome, St. Catherine Turkey Bowl.
Oh, man.
Still to this day.
I mean to tell you, St. Jerome has an outstanding who's who list and Hall of Fame that they still hang together. They still know each other. What was the name that changed from St. Jerome?
Holy Name of Jesus now, but it was St. Jerome's.
Okay. Well, we have an interesting. The firefighters are training with the cars.
Over there. Wow.
Yeah, there is a training. The cars are.
I don't think that's training.
You don't think that?
No.
Well, they would have to go goofy. They must have been. Oh yeah, it had to be. They would have, like went around in circles.
Right.
They would have went around in circles and tipped over or something. But yeah. So anyway,
here's another famous spot.
Couple of firemen coming back from lunch.
Right here. Right here by Bill Murphy Sporting Goods, the Bissell Lounge, which was quite the hangout.
Oh yeah, Gene Baker.
Exactly.
Yes. That was the coldest air conditioning place I've ever been inside. And Gene knew all my brothers. And he was, okay, a Whalen is a Whalen is a Whalen. And then he'd say, hey, aren't you that young Whalen? The little baby? Get out of here.
Another old Dairy Queen right there.
Yep, DQ.
And then right up here on the right is where Billy White Shoes Sanford used to live on Cadora.
No way.
Right here, yeah.
Oh, man.
Split level, they were rich.
Oh, I bet they were. I mean, oh, my God.
House on the right.
I still smell money. And
here's the original home of Gamma Tree Service right here on the right.
Yeah.
Gamma
Oh,
Land.
my goodness.
Right there.
How many lawsuits have they gotten over the years? Holy cow.
Right there. Bissell home on your left. This is like a...
Oh, isn't that, huh? I mean, if you're from St. Louis, you gotta go to Bissell House.
Barn.
The next episode, we'll take a dive into St. Jerome's. We're going to keep going north up to Our Lady of Loretto.
Oh, well, maybe it'll be the inaugural audio-visual tour.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Did you get a sponsor?
And that just comes to a leadway into, you got something, you want something, advertise on Whale Certified, baby. Yeah. And I'll guarantee when you pass and you get the Whale Certified logo, you know you're somebody. And I want to go on record, ladies and gentlemen, that my friends Shawn Kelly and Lou English are Whale Certified. You're Whale Certified Hall of Fame, baby. In Fifth.
Who knew?
Yes.
This is the old Missouri Mental Institution. I feel like you're home, don't you?
I mean, I tell you, that he used to pull over and say, "Whales, get out." I said, "Hey, wait a minute."
Well, shouldn't you mention that today's broadcast is brought to the listeners out there by Chris's Pancakes?
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, yes. If you want a place for breakfast, where else do you go? Besides Olivet Diner, you go to
Chris's Pancakes.
Yes.
The Saraceno family.
Oh, yes. Now, I had just your regular egg, sausage, bacon, and pancake with hash brown. unbelievable. How was your salsiccia?
Oh, I had the Italian salsiccia. It was terrific, fantastic, and a well-done English muffin. Super. Everything was done perfectly.
Lou, you had like a mystery thing.
Poached eggs and pancakes. They were delicious.
Oh man, upper crust. Lou always it's just a step above the rest of us. I had scrambled egg go running down my chest, and he's
what
with.
that was?
Yeah, and Lou's got the poached egg, nice going.
Now look, you go to a little different feel here, Wales. These were bigger homes, all brick. You know, these Rosary guys. They had some cash.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
So we'll go through to Redmond and make a left.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, anybody who ever went out to play in a summer tournament, Christmas tournament, or play Rosary High School took this ride up Bell Fountain, left on Redmond. And that's when, if you don't have your game face on by now, you're done.
Oh, they got us, Wales.
There's a warning. There's a warning.
It's the first Monday. It's just a test. It's only a test. Wow.
It's a warning. Well certifies in your neighborhood. Line the streets, ladies and gentlemen.
This is that old alarm system Rosary had when the CBC guys got nearby. The alarm would go off. Ass kicking coming.
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Cashmere Grade School, Loretta? Our Lady of Loretta. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. And then that's the field, Loretta Field. I mean, that was the place, man.
Field is appropriate.
That was the place.
And the home of Rosary High School.
Yes.
This was their home field.
Yeah.
For soccer.
And you remember, as well as you have told me for 50 years, that game we played them on their backfield.
You're right. When we came back up here for the second game, you're right. But rarely did they play on that backfield. They played most of their games right here on Loretto Field.
But Loretta was really something. Our Lady, great dances they had across the street.
St. Jude's Hall. That was Our Lady Loretta Sunday night. Bob Cuban and the Inman, Progress, you name it, they were there.
Yeah. St. Jude Hall, right, you said?
Correct. That was part of Our Lady Loretto.
Yeah. Well, there it was. Dun 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 dun. The cheetah.
Clown.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I have a little trivia here, Wells.
All right.
Right here at the south goal is where the Wing King scored his first competitive goal. Right there. We're looking at the spot. There should be a plaque or something out there. That was it.
Well, you had the joy of victory, and I had the agony of defeat when a guy hit a bomb past me, and I'm thinking it's going out of bounds, and I turned to look at it and relish in it, and it hit the goalpost and came right back to the kisser, and bang, right back into the net.
Wow. And who was that against?
I don't know, and I don't want to know.
Against you. Now, do you remember they used to have that college tournament here pre-season, like late August?
Yeah.
It'd be like St. Louis University, SIU, Quincy, Rockhurst, Benedict, and
the Ravens.
Lewis College. I mean, all sorts of schools would play here. You know, Florissant Valley, Merrimack. They were all here for this little exhibition tournament before the regular season. This is probably back in the late 70s.
The Loretta tournament.
Yeah, early 80s.
So give us a little insight, Shawn, of like what would you get butterflies in the tummy, or you look around, you say, hey, I gotta match my performance of these people around. How did you look at the tournament?
That one? What?
Yeah.
You know, it was kind of cool just to be out here, you know, with all those other college teams that early in the season, just kind of getting back in shape and stuff. So it was a nicely run little tournament on this crappy field.
Yeah, there you go. Lou, off the top of your head, how many colleges do you think had the congruent, the bus up to their places, their colleges from St. Louis? How many colleges do you think got St. Louis places?
Easily a dozen.
How about that, ladies?
A dozen.
And all kinds of different divisions and
Sure.
so forth.
Yeah.
I mean, Eastern, Western Illinois, SIU, Lewis and Clark back then. What's it called now? The one further north. Sagamon State was back then.
I mean, you go as far away as like Rollins College in Florida.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Rollins, South Florida. Then you go Benedictine, Rockhurst,
Avila.
Yeah, Clemson had a nice little St. Louis connection.
They did too for a while. You're right. Starting with Chuck Nash.
Yeah, there you go.
And where else would you go? I mean, there's a long list of them. Plus, like the Ivy League, you had the guys that went up to Brown and Penn.
Exactly.
Every year they came in and got a couple of players.
Yes, they did. Hank Graff was one of them.
So it was a pretty nice pedigree spread around the country.
Yes, it was. All right, let's go to this onward.
All right.
Now we're going over a speed bump, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, there, yeah.
Didn't take your pills this morning?
I don't know if that was was that a pancake or what?
You should have brought your inflatable ring. There's the old rectory right there.
But they were the first ones. They used to have, coming out of coolers and everything, and then they had a little shack for the concession stand. Now they got grills and everything out here. They really spruced it up. They went with they got into the 21st century, baby. I tell you.
Okay, see this place up here on the right is Twelman Middle School.
What's the history?
So the two boys from Brown and Brown went to grade school there.
No way.
Yeah, and you know who used to work there? Someone with ties to you from your past.
News to me.
Mary Lou Mickler.
Oh, unbelievable.
Because my mom was the playground monitor there.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen.
Now you know the rest of the story.
Yeah.
All right, now buckle up. We're heading north on Bell Fountain towards Larimore Park.
Oh.
So we may not stop for any stoplights here.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know that I know that you know, because I'm where I know that Larimore Park,
I think it's back that way.
was told me.
Actually, we're going to the Spanish Lake right now. We're going to make a U-turn and go back to Larimore Park.
Okay, then. Is that's the place where Greg Markowski got the nickname Face?
Maybe.
Okay. Okay.
We could go to Ponticello's and have a pizza.
Oh, name dropper. The famous North County pizza parlors. Oh, man, just have at it. It would be like singing a symphony with those names.
Yeah.
And when I played soccer up around this area, I had no idea behind them. I didn't have any money to go to any of those places. They say, did you eat yesterday? I said, yeah. They said, well, forget about today.
Yeah, that place has been going about 10 or 15 years now. Ponticello's.
Yeah.
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
Wow. I can't remember, Shawn. I was thinking you could,
I
but
think you can
I
go
wouldn't
that
swear
way.
to it.
Yeah, but
Am I okay? I'm hearing sirens and stuff. Is that normal? Is that
up here it is, yes.
That's just the backdrop of North County living.
That apartment complex back there used to be a hopping place too.
Yeah.
There was a bar inside of that place.
That's up, Bingham.
under full disclosure? You didn't flip that guy, did you?
No, I I gave half a peace sign.
Oh, okay.
There it is, Twelman Middle School, right there.
How be doing?
Little did you know.
Okay, so, gentlemen, I think if I put my microphone over here, I'm getting the air conditioning.
You want a little more?
No, I don't. No, I don't want it. I want it less.
I got you. All right.
But I can't have it less because the lesser of the two evils here. So I have to, put my microphone over here, and you guys are going to have to talk louder.
Okay, I think you did.
Now,
sound man. Check.
everybody I talked to said, "Well, those are real mild-mannered, quiet guys." You know. So let's raise it up, fellas.
Yes,
raise
sir.
it up.
Yes, sir, Mr. Whalen.
Yes. Now, when you guys were driving down this street, did you feel like you were leaving heaven to go down, or what was your thought processes leaving the nice neighborhood you guys came from?
It was a different time then, but this was a great place to grow up and a great place to live, and it was a lot of fun back in those days.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, there's no doubt. No doubt. But there was always something. I left my heart at Hickey Park on Broadway.
Now, was Hickey Park a nickname, or was that the actual name of the park?
That was the actual name of the park.
Well, maybe you named
It had, yeah,
you named it that.
Parking lot dalliance.
I think he was a mayor.
Ah, I got you.
Yeah, Mayor Hickey. Whatever. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, it was a Hickey guy, or he could have been totally different. It could have been an old grandmother person. I don't know. But that's something where if you were an intern at Wales Certified, you would have Google on your fingertips to be able to get background.
Understood. Now,
Yeah. And, like I could have had the lyrics to The Cheater, and I could have entertained everybody with the...
Walter Scott, lead singer.
Yeah.
All right, so Larimore Park is up here on the right somewhere.
So,
Old bank.
where would I... Where am I on Larimore Road
You're
now?
on Larimore Road,
Okay.
headed out.
Yeah. This was later in my career when I said, I do not think I'm going to be Division I goalkeeper in England. I don't think it's going to happen. And I'd say, what the hell am I going to do? And then I would take this ride, which always lasted forever on Larimore Road, to go to Larimore Park. Did you guys have thrills at Larimore Park?
So, many thrills.
Here it is up here on the right.
As a player, as a coach.
All right, let's see what this place looks like. Ooh, still looks all right.
Oh,
Careful now.
there it was. Oh!
All right, hang on, big fella.
There it was, Larimore Park.
Still a lot of nice grass up here.
Yeah.
They cut it.
I don't know what it is. I'm getting emotional, and I'm getting, like I feel depressed. I feel anxiety.
So here, this was like the big Thursday night game in the summertime. All the college players and high school players would come up here for a pickup game.
No way.
Well, you go back there.
Maybe, 30, 40 guys show up and just have a big, huge pickup game.
Holy cow.
Way in the back there, yeah. And then this was Narco's practice field, among others. Lou, you used to work out here, right?
Yeah.
One of your teams?
Yep, Scott Gallagher. We worked out here all through the mid and late 80s.
Holy cow. What you would pick up shirts and skins?
Yeah, exactly. It was unorganized but organized, you know. And
Yeah.
you had guys from guys that were out of college all the way to kids that were in high school, and just one big pickup game, full field.
Wow. Thursday night.
Thursday night, Bill McDermott would come out there sometimes. He would announce the game while he was playing. That's when
Cut it
I
out!
first met him. Like, who is this guy? What's he? You know, he knows like every player in the world, and he announced the game as he played the game. It was crazy.
Wow.
And then across the street, across Larimore, is where Greg Mikowski lived.
Wow.
God rest his soul. His birthday was a couple days ago, July 5th. He would have been 69 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where he cut his teeth, right here at Larimore Park.
Wow. Lou, what's your memories of the Larimore?
First time I saw somebody do a shuffle, it was Dan Counts. He had the quickest feet. Man, it was good stuff. You know, there's so many crazy memories from up here. I remember Denny Kiley getting into a one-sided fist fight with Greg Mikowski up here in the middle of one of those pickup games.
Hey, what was the shuffle you're talking about? Can you give it a little bit more?
He was dribbling on the baseline, Dan Counts was, and as the defender came out, he pulled it from his right foot by the baseline to his left foot, his legs about 3 feet apart, and just went right around this guy.
Wow. It was like a jaw-dropper move there, baby.
Yeah, it was pretty
Now-
pretty crazy moment.
For inch, did Danny Counts have the biggest thighs in the soccer history?
Yeah, there's probably a few guys
All
that
right,
run on that one,
right.
but not many. Tom
Yeah.
Bellotti, maybe.
Oh, yeah, baby. Forgot about the plug. Yeah.
Maybe Pete Calico.
Oh!
I know who's not in the conversation. You and me, Wales.
Wow.
I got memories too of a summer league up, and for some reason, Pete, now known as Peter Taminia, was the coach for like a Narcos summer team, and we would practice here.
Wow.
So
Well, how was the mosquitoes and the...
I don't remember that being a
Gnats?
problem here.
Uh-uh.
You were in the middle of suburbia here, so you weren't. It was okay.
Yeah.
All right,
All right.
let's get out of here before they find out we're here. Where next? The 270 Tech, slow flow.
That's on the full disclosure, ladies and gentlemen, that's the first time I ever heard Larson Valley mentioned as 270 Tech.
Well, you have heard slow flow.
Somebody had to make something of it.
I think Mikowski was right there on maybe
Yeah.
Cove.
Holy cow.
If Merrimack was MIT,
Yeah. Merrimack in town.
yep.
All right, let's get out of here.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to go on record as saying we've been doing this for 43 minutes, and I'm not tired. And this is one of the best episodes I've ever been involved in. And under full disclosure, this is like 358 or something. No, 340. We're real close to being 350, gentlemen.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Balumpa.
Dan Wagner.
Live down there?
Yeah.
Really?
Leach. The Leach.
The Leechster is right there, huh? Wow. There used to be a place down here called Larimore, I don't know,
Lounge?
Larimore Dairy.
Yep.
Larimore
And,
Dairy.
I
Wow.
remember after practice, Dave Soderman, well, we'd always pull in there in his station wagon,
Oh, here it comes again.
get an ice cold
Oh.
Pepsi Cola in here, and then whatever else you could get in your pocket.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, every once in a while you gotta look at the shock absorbers and say, hey,
Hey,
how is it? Is it okay? Do we
German
need a new
engineering at
set?
its finest, man. What the hell? Oh, good gift horse in the mouth, for God's sake. This is my Audi, baby.
Name dropper.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
And then over here on the left where this truck lot is, that used to be Larimore Country Club, which was a swimming pool.
No kidding.
Oh, yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, North Shore is as far north as they would let me go.
That's a little further towards the river.
That's even further, yeah.
Wow.
And there was also a Bell Fountain Country Club up off of Fry Lane
Holy
and
cow.
Lilac. So
I'm hearing.
now you know the rest of the story.
I'm hearing.
I guess you can't go that way anymore.
I'm hearing sirens again. Is there something wrong with me, or am I okay?
No, you're in North County. It's not a ringing in your ears. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, the vibe of the hood. Oh.
All right, we got a green light here. Look both ways.
Yeah, please.
I've been known to run red lights up here. Right here on your right wheel is this vacant lot, Heidelberg, which was known for its fried chicken.
Holy cow, never knew that.
Oh, it was a big place. Burnt to the ground, but grease fire. And it was a really, really good restaurant.
I'll be darned. Never knew that.
All right.
So where am I at right now?
Bell Fountain and 270.
The only remaining Steak and Shake open in North County.
Yeah.
Balumpo. Good pickup, Lou. Good pickup, baby.
All right, we're heading 270 west to Florissant Road to Flow Valley.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. All right then.
The old roundabout.
Ooh, baby.
Look at this, see? No hill for a
MoDOT, not yes.
No hill for a climber. All right, here we go.
Man, 270, I remember used to be like the way to Beverly Hills, or the 270 was like, what a road. And it was always like 10, 15 degrees cooler than any place else around.
All right, so this is
Hazelwood East.
Hazelwood East. And who coached there?
Tommy Howe.
Holy cow.
So that's
I never knew Hazelwood East was there.
right behind it, actually.
Yeah.
Wow. Hazelwood East, Hazelwood Central, Hazelwood West.
And where did Steve Moyers go? You said Steve Moyers went to Hazelwood Central?
Yes, that's my understanding.
The Ghost.
Because it seemed like that was the school by sunset
West Florissant.
We gotta get off of it.
out on Shackleford or something like that.
I'm not sure we're going to make it.
Oh, Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hang on.
Yeah, if you don't hear for
It's a new exit.
episode 359, forget about it. Enjoy this one.
Clean up on aisle 3.
Oh man.
Those eggs are going right through you, Wales.
Let's hope the tape survives.
Oh, baby.
That's a good move.
Oh,
Thanks for that.
it was only an Audi. Only an Audi driver could have done that.
German engineering. How about those? That German engineering there.
Oh man. Oh.
All right, get a hold of yourself. Central City.
Wow. Central City. Huh.
This is that.
What is that?
I don't know.
Used to be Target, didn't it?
Yeah,
Or
yeah, something like that.
Kmart, or
It's a hell of a church, I'll tell you that.
that is a huge church.
Must be a lot of Baptists up here because that's a big building.
Balumpo.
Halls Ferry.
Halls Ferry, White Castle right here.
Oh, there you go.
Oh man.
I witnessed a butt kicking there one night.
Oh, forget
I'm not going
about
to
it.
mention these guys' names because I'm afraid they're still alive. They'll come get me. They beat this guy up. He drug himself back into his car, and they Grab them out of there again.
It's a
beat 'em again.
PG. We got a PG broadcast going.
No, I didn't say anything. They just beat him up bad.
That was a hot spot for Friday night fights, wasn't
It
it?
was bad.
Well, it was a hot spot to get a good castle. That was a,
Where he's going with that. Yeah, it was a
yeah. They had like the best castles around.
20 cents.
20 cents for a bag or something like that back in the day. Hey, we're up here by this new donut place. Where is that? The greatest donuts in the country is up here in Florissant.
Old Town Donuts.
Oh my God!
That's on Florissant Road. That was Florissant
We should
Road.
stop in.
Holy moly!
They don't want to sponsor the show.
Another sponsor.
From Prison Pancakes to Old Town Donuts. Come on.
Woo, baby!
Who knew? All right, where's this guy going? Okay.
He's going right.
All right.
All right.
Good.
All right, so here we go. We're on that outer road of 270.
Dunn Road.
Dunn Road. D-U-N-N.
If we're going to Old Town Donuts, we go by Ziggy's where Gary Garino used to be the
DJ,
DJ.
you're right.
Easy G.
What is he doing up here? He's out of his element up here in God's
Oh,
country.
man.
So would I go across the highway on some street or something to go to Pershaw?
To go where?
Pershaw? Isn't that where the Florissant Valley is?
Yeah. It's the outer road on the other side of the
We're gonna go
highway.
left here.
Yeah.
And this used to be 270 drive-in right
Oh,
Yeah,
here.
ladies and gentlemen, great movies there. Great movies.
I was there many times. I don't remember the movies, but
PG.
no, we drank a lot of beer in there. As I was saying.
Oh boy.
Not quite as sophisticated as the Olympic,
Yeah.
but
That might have been
Okay.
a two screen drive-in too.
Holy cow. Well, they didn't pull you over like North Driving did. Open up your trunk, please. See how many Mohicans you got back there.
You're exactly right. Who's sneaking in? All right, so we're going over here to Florissant Valley. Give me your top 10 players ever that played for the Valley.
oh man.
Let's hear this list. Who's number one on that list?
Frank Taninsky. Joe Wright.
Danny Vanager?
Boy, in terms of success and playing accolades, you got to go for Petcher.
Steve Petcher, yeah.
I mean, national team.
Absolutely.
The indoor-outdoor professional career.
Absolutely.
I mean, so many tremendous players. So, holy cow!
The list is pretty long.
Yeah.
Coming out of here.
Thrown in my favorite, Matt Crankiola.
Oh, it's one way. What is
I
that?
liked how he played.
Shawn?
Well, this is a new wrinkle. One
Yeah.
way on Pershaw, so we're not going there, Kevin. But
Yeah.
we'll find our way. I mean, I took a class here at Flow Valley, so I'm like an alumnus. I took
You should be qualified to find your way back.
summer school here, biology. It was a tough course.
I bet that was an easy grade.
It was easy. I think I got a damn B out of it, and that's saying a lot
I
for
think
me.
that was the teacher.
Well, that's what they had. That was the first question on the test. What does biology start with? I said B. That's what I got. Think we should make it right here?
I'm not sure. Don't think so, but we try it.
This was the nickname for the school too. The name of the street, Harney World. So let's see here. I don't think this is it.
I think if you go down to Hudson, you can cut over Hudson.
Okay. Speaking of Hudson, I think Kenny Hudson played.
Ricky did.
Ricky played at the Valley.
I think Kenny went to. I think he was 4 years at
the Valley.
Elmsville.
The Valley.
Our friend Fran Lemons.
Down there.
Franny Lemons. Yep. I mean, Mark Darrow, Moose Caranciola. Holy cow! So many really good players that played here.
And not just guys our age, the
Yeah.
guys before them. Holy cow.
Robin Geis.
Did Bob O'Leary play
Bob
here?
O'Leary played here.
Absolutely.
Did John Garland
How
play
about
here?
John Garland? I think he did.
John
I
Garland
think he
played
did come up north. That's how highly regarded Flow Valley was.
There's another siren for you, Wales. Telling you what.
I think it's the next light down.
past this. Yeah, this is going back into.
Yeah.
Wow. In here?
Maybe.
Give it a
It's
shot.
been a long time.
It has been a long time.
Keelan, maybe.
I think they've raised the standards here because you got to be.
No. This is going right back in, Shawn.
You got to be.
There's another light down to Hudson. Sorry.
This is in the New Valley. You have to be a genius to find a place.
If you can find this, you can get your B.
This is where the smart kids go to junior college. Wow. Holy cow. Yeah, that's what they hide the school. You really have to want to go there to get there.
Wales, can I tell a slightly off-color anecdote up here at the light?
It depends what kind of.
It only
color
involves
it is.
animals having sex.
No, I don't think we can
Okay.
do that.
No,
This is Hudson. Next one.
there we go.
Yeah, we're only yellow.
I mean, Ricky must have had a hell of a career here. They named a street after him. God rest his soul.
Yeah, buddy.
I used to date a girl up here. Lynn Dallas. And Sanford dated her sister, Kim Dallas. All right, I think we're on the right track here, finally.
Off the top of your head,
I think there's a back
what do
door
you
to the
think?
valley.
How many championships over how many? A decade or more, or what?
Oh, more.
Double digit, right?
I want to say 7.
That's it. I thought it was like 10.
Nine. Tell you what,
Lou's going for the Google.
I'm going for the.
College Drive.
He's going for the glasses.
Well, we're near Flow Valley. Let's put it that way at this point.
Oh my gosh. Well, they had a very unique way, is that through the word of mouth, you were able to go and play in the gymnasium. Play, the original indoor hock sock. And then you get elevated, you could play outdoor at the lower field, because the upper field was the pristine. Is that how it went, fellas?
Yes.
Yeah, both fields were pretty nice,
Yeah.
if you remember.
Oh,
The upper field was just a little bit smaller. It had a track around it, and was a little bit smaller. So they made the switch to the lower field for playing games down there, and it was better because there was a hill next to it, so the fans could sit on the hill.
Now, did you see any championship matches there?
Yeah, there was one of the Ruiz. Yeah, I think I think it was at college. I saw Ruiz lose. Gosh, where was that team from? Under 19. Rick Benben was coaching the team, kind of right before those guys became Scott Gallagher. So it would have been late 70s, maybe 1980 even. Yeah, probably 78 or 79. And boy, before that there were other finals there. Wales.
Were there?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like what?
There were
Yeah, okay.
can't think of the names.
That's news to me, because it was like Mr. Peter Sorber had to give you a little medallion to be able to get onto the
Yeah.
field and play, and only rubber cleats allowed.
At 270, you'll hit for Shawn.
You couldn't wear any metal cleats, could you?
Boy, I don't remember that rule, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah,
It
man.
wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
He guarded those fields for their quality,
Yes.
for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, so you don't get in trouble, Kevin. You know, you're naming players that played at Flow Valley. The guy that is in your season ticket group played there too. Dennis Darty.
Oh, Dennis Darty, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, his sister really did a great job of training him.
Yeah, she did. We're taking the long way to Florissant Valley. We're going to miss second hour. And I got a test I got to get in there for.
Oh!
All right. I'm
So-
telling you, this is a tough place to find. Where genius is made, Florissant Valley.
There were several stories of, hey, we're going to have a meeting over at this one building. And the guy says, hey, what the hell? Where is it? What is it called? And the guy says, it's the place you take a nap. So, yeah, okay, I know how to get there. Because, man, that school, it was kind of like going to a seminary or something. It was very quiet. It was a quiet campus. Hardly anybody talked.
At the Valley?
Yeah, that's what I remember.
All right,
I was there a couple days, a couple different days.
Did you have a cup of coffee here? Did you think about going to school at the Valley? What's the story?
Oh, he had to dig up the bones. He had to dig up the bones.
Is that true?
Yes. I had aspirations. And somehow
Yeah, go right here.
they talk about, the post office now as nothing. Back in the day, my grades didn't get from where I was at.
You'll come out here. I think you can get behind
Lost.
the upper field.
I couldn't believe it. I came so close,
Yeah.
and there I am.
You could have been a contender.
I tell you,
You could have shared time with Gary LeGrand.
Yeah,
Was the graduated in #74 and
Yeah,
was the goalkeeper
yeah.
up here.
yeah. The
You
whole
would have been his heir apparent.
Palumpo.
And a draftee of the Detroit Express. NASL draft. Gary LeGrand. 1978.
I'll be damned.
Who knew? All right, here it is. Oh my God, we did find it.
Here we are.
I think this is a better angle.
Now this is the lower field that they talked about.
Upper field.
Upper field.
This is the upper field.
This is it.
This is where I really don't remember ever being up here. I never watched a game from here.
It's not as nice as it once was.
Yeah.
But it's that's it.
Still looks pretty
It's
good.
the same layout. Very small, narrow field though. Now that you look at it, seem to be bigger there. Wow, look at that.
Man.
What once was?
Yep.
With people lying around the field.
Yeah, because there were no stands here that I recall.
No.
Never any stands here. Yeah, you just kind of stood up and watched.
Did they have enough fans?
The couple of cup games, I don't remember coming to a Flow Valley game up here. I don't think. But boy, the cup games that were up here, the place was packed.
We played my freshman year. Benedictine played Umsel on this field.
Is that right?
Yeah, and then my senior year we played on the lower field.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why that was, because Umsel had a field of their own in those days.
Right.
But yeah,
Huh.
pretty nice.
Yeah, Umsel's field.
When was the plane crash at Umsel?
Well, maybe that was it.
That might have been why maybe the field was torn up at that point.
We didn't lose that bad. Why do you call it a plane crash? It was just a beating. It wasn't a plane crash.
What are you talking, Lou, about a plane crash?
I think it was an Ozark Airlines plane crashed early 70s going into Lambert, but I don't know. Was just guessing.
Speculating why it would be
the
there.
soccer field maybe getting hit,
Holy cow.
or maybe part of the where the athletic building was.
Yeah, right.
What the hell is that?
What do you think that is? It looks like a poor man's Top Golf. Doesn't it?
Wow.
Is that a batting cage? What is that?
Wow.
There's a gate to get in. It's a.
It's all fenced off. What is that?
Man, oh man.
That's what do they call that in those sci-fi movies? You go in those cages so
it's a
you
cage,
can't be
man.
bugged.
Big,
NSA's bugging my phone. I'm going in
I'm
the
not sure what the hell that was.
Faraday cage.
Maybe that's a guy. If you had like one of those,
Look at the size
one
of
of those
thing.
birds.
we're on a big
One of those
parking
Jur-
lot,
Jurassic Park.
going around left and right.
The T-Rex got out.
Oh,
Wow. Now
Oh, my
this
God.
is the lower field, but
what?
they need to cut this.
Oh my God!
Wow, they gotta get
It's
they gotta get a lawnmower over here.
Oh, it's a
Oh my God!
body.
Look, that's the old field right there.
Holy cow!
Oh no, it's over here to the left.
Oh,
There's the old field.
Yeah. All right.
Never mind. Sorry.
Okay. All right, the lower field, baby.
Wow, those trees
Yeah.
were nothing back 50 years ago. Huh?
So
Ooh, man. Man, oh man, oh man. Yep, that's at Wales.
It looks nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's like
It
what the
would-
old field was on the top. Now it's down here.
That was the Wales. He went across the goal into the low corner and hit it out. Hit it down the line and got it up and got it to keep it from a corner kick. Oh, what a perfect view shot. Oh, very nice,
It's
Irish.
appropriate that we're in a handicap spot. Not saying who. It's like our seats at City. Handicap. I should let that out of the bag.
Oh,
Wow.
man.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
Very nice.
Oh. You know,
that
cut.
looks good.
It isn't cut for class, but it seems like it will be. You know, but they got. Have you guys ever done your lawns like that?
Diagonal. Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Got to. It looks good. And then I do the opposite diagonal the next week.
Nice.
Checkerboard.
The Wembley look.
Yeah. All right. Here's the big question. How do we get out of here? I mean,
Jesus,
we had a hell of a time getting in. I'm worried about getting out.
Follow the sirens.
It's like Reverend Ike. It didn't cost you anything to get in here, but it's going to cost you something to get out. Let's see. I think the best way would be follow the sign that says exit.
Okay.
And then our next stop is where?
There he
You want
is.
to go to Ferdinand or
All right.
Old Town Donuts is on the
Well,
way
yeah,
to Coke Park or Ferdinand.
Okay.
Either one.
Ferdinand?
Yeah.
You tell me how to get there.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we've been on for 1 hour and 7 minutes,
You're still with us.
and I'm not tired. I mean, and we still got some stories, don't we, bro?
He's been juicing. More to come. More to come once we stop at this next one.
I mean,
St. Ferdinand.
you know, in a real deal, there's only a select few that has played
You
on
gotta go straight.
that field with, you know, a national championship, this, that, and who just had, wow,
I'd go
that's my field.
Just go back across the highway.
We go there to visit, but you guys and myself, we know Fernahan Park, don't we?
Many a Sunday
Absolutely.
night. Many a Sunday night there. And the Mayor's Cup.
Yeah. Yes. Talking like a true Pepsi man. The Pepsi League used to play there. Underneath the lights.
Go right and then left.
Wow.
Now,
They've changed a lot of stuff up here.
Yeah.
of all your travels through the United States coaching, Lou, did you ever see anybody who had golds like St. Fernahan?
No. No, they,
The bar cage, you mean?
Yeah.
The Texas cage match? You're right. How many fields were there? 3 or 4? That's a question. would you guess? 2 or 3?
I'd say 4.
Okay.
But there was one main field, it seemed like
that
to
was
me.
the Pepsi League field.
Yeah. That had the lights, and the others were like baseball outfields.
Here we are back at the
270 Drive-In.
270 Drive-In.
They were like a nickel or a dime more than the North Drive-In.
Oh, you're right. Better concessions.
So this St. Ferdinand, it was like, hey, if you run out of gas or this car breaks down, holy shit, man. I mean, to tell you, you talk about, what do they talk to us? Squatters nowadays? I would have been squatting out here, man. I ain't going back into the city. I'm squatting right out here. St. Ferdinand, man, what a deal that was. And then, you know, they had the cars parked in the back of the Gold.
Yep, right behind you.
And you're thinking, well, that's a nice lady. She's got a... Holy cow, I mean, to tell you, hey, bring your own man out here. I'll whip... You know, those soccer moms, they were a rough crew. They would roll down the window, and oh man, they give you the business. You guys always had a lot of fun playing it. I had almost like it was a life and death situation if I was going to leave or get maimed or anything.
I had a bad experience at St. Ferdinand Park.
How so?
I was playing, I was probably a sophomore, and our goalie got sick.
Yeah?
And I showed up, and our coach, Roger Hibbett, said, Kelly, you're playing goal today. I'm like, this is in the Mayor's Cup. And
wow.
First round, and we were like, you know, cannon fodder for some team. Well, that team was Seco.
Oh!
And they pumped in about 8 on me.
Oh, boy.
One, I came out for a long cross and missed everything. But I wasn't a goalie, so.
Wow.
Not good.
Seco.
Go right here.
Here's another rarity, an open jacket.
Oh, you know what?
box.
Go straight. We'll go by Fisher's.
Oh, boy. If that could...
Here's a little trivia. What was Mayor about? Who was he? What was it about?
Mayor Egan. James Egan.
Is that what it was? See, I was thinking it was M-A-R-R-E or M-A-R-R-E.
You're thinking of the Maury Cup.
You're thinking of the Maury Cup in the city.
Oh, I'm walking away. I
Mayor's
apologize.
Cup.
That was senior ball.
Yeah.
I apologize.
And wasn't that? It was kind of like the Champions League, right? If you won the, senior men's clothes.
Yeah, exactly.
The
yeah, right, exactly.
This was the Mayor's Cup took place like in August.
Yeah.
Before the Pepsi League started, so it was kind of like that pre-season thing.
Yeah.
Would old man Egan come out and give the trophy?
I would imagine.
Wow.
Father of Kevin Egan and Jim.
Did you ever
Egan,
go to
Shawn
the
Egan.
championship match to see one?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure I would watch the championship match. Yes.
Same here, man. Oh, you're coming out? No, I'm not driving all the way out here to watch. I want to play.
All right, we're making it right here.
Yeah, right.
Birmingham Park. Right next door is the parish, the church, has a great fish fry, I've been told.
It's near there, Wales. It's not right
Next door. Yeah,
It's down the street from there.
Okay.
Billy Peak will be playing there later on this summer in August.
They still have that fish fry every Friday.
World famous guitar player Billy Peak.
Wow.
At St. Ferdinand Park.
Wow.
Go to billypeak.com.
Holy cow.
Let's check it out.
So the situation, you're there, and it's one of the oldest parishes west of the Mississippi, isn't it?
I think so. Sacred Heart or Ferdinand. One of those two, yeah.
Ferdinand.
I guess it is St. Ferdinand.
All
Yeah.
right, now here, Lou, why did we come this way?
Fishers of Florissant.
Oh!
Outfitters of soccer players from...
Oh!
And Ricky Hudson used to work there. Did inventory, as I recall.
As well as Mike Dean.
Mike Dean worked there too.
And Kenny Ellis.
So that
All
place,
famous soccer players.
that place was what Geisler Jordan was to the other side of town. That was to this side of town.
Yeah, sure was.
They always had the cool Adidas posters
Yeah.
hanging in there.
They were supposed to stay there hanging. How would you get them?
Tried to get them out of there, but they were up high. It's tough to get them.
Yeah, where'd you get your gear? I went to Fisher's.
Or Bill Murphy's.
Yeah, name dropper.
If you want your team to hustle, buy your sporting goods from Bob Russell.
Oh, baby.
Another good one, yeah.
Up at the top of the hill, we'll see Old Town Donuts
No way.
on the right.
World famous Old
World
Town.
That's
famous.
why my stomach is turning.
Old Town
Oh, I'm starting to feel donut-y.
Oh boy.
Oh, my goodness. One of the best donut places in the
There
country.
it is right there. Packed. The place is packed.
It is. Oh, yeah, they're waving, they're smiling, waving.
Crest Bowl right here. Oh boy.
Yep. Oh, man.
What bowl?
Crest.
Crest.
Oh my gosh, that's where it was at.
All right, I take it we're still going the right way.
Yeah.
My memory's a little sketchy right now.
Lindbergh's up past this light.
Yep.
Is this about the time you had to put your game face on if you were going to Ferdinand?
Yeah, about this time, yeah.
Yeah, no more giggling and laughing in the car.
Never.
Game face only.
The Narcs. Greg Mikowski's original team before the Live golfers got him. He went to 7-Up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 7-Up, man. What a neat deal. And you knew that guy that ran 7-Up.
Dave Bruin,
No. I'm talking about the company.
Mr. Hebron.
Yeah. Nice Irish guy. Is he still with you over there?
I believe Mr. Hebron is still with us.
All right.
My understanding.
But I mean, 7-Up, man. It was like, that was the deal. They had the best looking jackets, uniforms. And then the soda was unbelievable, the bottles.
Did you guys get free soda, Lou, with the sponsorship?
I don't ever remember that.
I guess they just expected to buy some soda
Yeah.
with all the money they were pumping
I don't remember the free soda.
into the program.
Man.
I remember Mr. Shaper bought us a keg of beer when we won the Mayor's Cup.
Oh, there you go. We're PG, remember?
Left.
Okay.
Holy cow.
He's no longer
At-
with us, I would guess, so it's safe to
I think, yeah. I
make
think
that
he-
statement.
At what intersection are we at?
this is Florissant and Lindbergh.
Wow.
Wow is right.
I mean,
And another famous North County soccer player played at SIU, played indoor. Billy Stallings, Kicker's Corner, used to be right across the street there.
What was the other bar up here in Lindbergh?
Up on the right is
Yeah.
the locker room.
Okay.
Wow.
A couple of your old watering holes.
Yeah,
Well, that was where you went for soccer education, wasn't it?
that's right. That's right.
So here we go.
We're on Lindbergh,
We're on Lindbergh.
Highway 67.
Hey, can we smell St. Ferdinand Park from here?
As we get over the hill, we will.
All right. And will we be able to see the lights?
I bet at the top of the hill you can see the lights.
All right.
Boy, it's been I couldn't tell you the last time I was at that park.
Look at that.
And this is where it's at, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, one of the thrills of life is to be able to be 68 years old, have nothing to do, and you're around a couple of your buddies from the day, and you're out cruising the old fields.
It's down on the right, at the bottom of the hill.
Okay.
This traffic light.
St. Ferdinand.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Huh?
I sure don't see.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
I don't see the lights, so
St.
Wales.
Ferdinand Field. Wow. Okay,
Yeah, there they are.
Now I remember. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
I would have never found this.
Now, what church is that?
Non-believers. Brand X.
Yeah, ironically, next to St. Ferdinand Park is
Some of our
the Baptists.
Some of our Christian brothers, the Baptist folks.
Oh,
You know, the Catholic Church never misses a beat. We'll sell part of that park to the Baptists.
No dances at that school.
That's,
Oh man,
and here we are,
here
boys.
it is. Wow. God,
Wow.
Dang, it is. Nothing's changed.
yeah, right.
Holy cow.
Oh, man,
This is
yeah.
that's the road where you said every
Yes,
time your goal
right.
over here.
That's right.
Oh my God.
Oh, man. They're getting ready for softball, though, or baseball, one of the two.
One way in, one way out.
Yeah.
Allman Brothers.
Uh-oh.
Well, it has changed a little bit,
Now,
but
didn't they have a little concession area?
Yeah.
Is that somewhere by it?
Right back there on the left. See
Oh,
the
is
brick
it? Okay, I thought it was
By
more
the pavilion.
back over here by the field.
There's another one way in the back.
Yeah, okay.
Wales.
Okay.
there seems to
But
be
that's
a
where the
theme.
main field was where the lights are.
Yeah.
There seems to be a
That's-
theme here with him, with soccer and the
Yeah,
snacks.
exactly. They
Snack-
would open up.
Snacks. So was the main field like right here?
You
It was
got
back, I think it was back that way a little bit more.
But
Yeah,
the goal, these car spots were right behind the goal.
Yes,
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
Or unless it was down a little further.
Yeah. So they're
Wow.
really into baseball and softball around
Not a
here.
soccer goal to be
Forget-
seen here.
No.
Yeah, right. Oh, man.
Let me ask this guy working here. We're here for the Pepsi League game. Is Jack Milburn in the area?
Oh, my God.
How
Name
about
dropper.
Is Mr. The Celtics coach?
Yeah.
Girling.
Look at
Is
all
Mr.
the
Gearling here? Where's
Look
Mr.
at all the
Gearling?
baseball diamonds.
Yeah.
Not a soccer in the.
This is a
What?
back. The backfield was down here too. Okay.
Yeah, this is all new back here.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow. Yeah, we played the Dismas here in 8th grade in that
Yeah.
backfield there.
Is that right?
Yeah, they had like a Christmas tournament or something.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. Put the ring underneath it.
Oh my God.
Our
Right.
St. Jerome's nemesis, St. Dismas. We
I mean, my gosh,
couldn't
man.
get by him. Could not get by him.
They got a whole set of sand volleyball and not a soccer park field in the area. None at all. Forget about it.
Wow.
Yeah, just forget about
The home of the Pepsi League right
it.
here.
There it
And
was.
the Mayor's Cup
Yes.
right there. This is
It was the place. I mean, if you didn't play soccer at Ferdinand, hey, are you sure you play?
Right. This was it. Hey, what do you call those goals when you score directly off a corner kick? There's a nickname for it. Like Galazzo, I don't know what those are.
I don't know. Did you?
Eric Delabar.
Oh, name dropper.
Wow.
What can I say? Well, you only scored 5 career goals. You remember them all. We've gone through 3 of them.
Not a great scorer of goals, Shawn Kelly, but a scorer of great goals.
That's right. It's memorable. I think we used to play with that guy. No, I don't think so.
Man, oh man, oh man.
All right, now what's the next stop here? Coke Park, or what's our?
Coke's close by, yeah.
That be our final destination, or
Yeah, let's
If,
close it in park. Let's close
you tell me how to get there?
Make a right on when we get back to make a right here.
Here?
Yeah.
This is where we came in?
No. But you can
Hey,
go up this way.
hey,
Hang on there. All right.
Might see Bill Hasselbach, another Florissant Valley player. City works for the city of Florissant.
Wow.
I'll be.
There's the Minky Place. How about that? All right, left or right up here?
Go right here.
Oh man. I guess.
Oh, you want to go by St. Ferdinand Church, Wales?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I,
It's up this way.
I'll say a prayer.
Yeah,
okay.
They'll come with me.
Get him near a church. That's a cheap shot. I'm sorry, Kevin.
Go to St. Ferdinand and say a Hail Mary in Spanish.
You know who's living right there by that church now is Jerry DeSalvo.
Okay.
That's a North County name.
His fame. Hey, look at this.
What is it?
Ruiz.
Did he play the Valley?
No, Benedictine. Ruiz, though.
They still open?
That's his sponsor.
There it is.
Sponsor of youth soccer teams.
Oh my God.
Did they win the National Junior Cup?
Yeah. No.
think so.
It was a juvenile cup that they won.
Where are we going here?
Not here. The next. We're gonna go down Lindbergh a little bit,
Okay.
and then we'll make it right
Got it.
on
But,
Washington.
but it was a national tournament that they won, though.
Was it?
Yeah. Oh
Number
yeah.
16.
It was like the first one. It was the inaugural. They
Who
popped
was
it
the
in.
coach? Was that Rick Ben?
Probably Ben.
I don't
Tim,
know. Pete's brother Mark played on
right, and Tim. What's his name? Tim Rooney. Another Valley.
it. Yeah.
Tim Rooney.
Tim Rooney, ladies and
Ben
gentlemen.
probably coached that team. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mark Colicco.
Yeah.
We're going to probably take a beating from all of our listeners
Oh.
For forgetting everybody's name.
for forgetting the
Well,
people that played at the Valley.
You know, hey,
No.
this is the feel like we could get a bus and do a tour whale certified on the bus.
It would work.
Here we go.
He's got it.
I got not only the Flow Valley 10
That's what I
championship,
thought it doubled-
67, 69, 70, 71, 73, 75, a little bit of a lull, 81, 84, keep going straight, 85, 89. Were all the Pete Sorber
10.
national championships.
So Harry never won a national championship there.
I guess not. Unless, well, I asked him about Pete.
Pete, okay.
So maybe Harry won in 66 or 65.
How many years was Harry?
I don't know. I don't know
Just
the
a
answer.
couple. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just found out something that Lou didn't know. We just found out. Mark it.
Right there, yeah.
So do we go?
It's in the 1 hour and 27 minutes. Mark it. Lou didn't know.
7725.
Oh, okay. Charbonnier Road here. Or for you folks from North County, Charbonny. I'll have a glass of that Charbonny. Here we go.
Now, what street you taking me on to?
Charbonnier.
Charbonnier
Stay with us. Stay with them, Wales.
We're staying with that French connection.
Yes.
There's a deep French history out here.
Oh, yeah.
Valley of the Flowers.
Oh, baby.
In fact, Jerry Howe, his wife, Heather, way back in the 17 or 1800s, family had property out here that was granted to them by somebody famous. I don't know. Jerry dug that up. And
Wow.
he said he married money, but, it was old money. Way before his time, her time.
Wow. How
Heather
neat.
Hughes.
Man, just think of all the old families and little, if you knew one guy, you knew several, and all the little clans around. It was just unbelievable. In a good way,
Exactly.
It was like an E.F. Hutton, if you were someplace, you drop a name and you're okay. And then they would say, hey, I met your pal. And you said, listen, if he ever uses my name again.
Wow. So St. Ferdinand fish fry's not up here on the right?
No.
Okay.
I need a double, a double ringer on this road.
On the other back, if we made a left on Washington,
Okay.
then that takes you to St. Ferdinand.
I got you. We would have smelled the fish by now.
If you didn't have shocks, would it be harder? Oh, my
boy.
God,
I mean,
man.
For God's sake, I think it's you.
It possibly could be me. I'm going to have to lose 100 pounds just to, get normal around here.
There's another sponsor, Ozempic.
Yeah.
I'm sure they get our first sponsor come aboard.
Yeah. Oh, wait. I got the other one.
What do you got?
ED?
Viagra.
What's it?
Wait a minute. This is it, Lou. This is St. Ferdinand right here.
This is new St. Ferdinand, that old St. Ferdinand.
Oh, but this is the fish fry. Weekend. This is, okay. Right there. Okay. Hall Plaza.
There's two St. Ferdinands.
You're right. The old original. You're exactly right.
Come on, cut it out.
There
What's
it
the
is.
history? Two Ferdinand.
This is it. But this is one with the famous fish fry. Every Friday, every month. Except except for Lent. I don't know. No, they do it during Lent.
You're doing it right now.
But that's some great fish in there. I'm telling you.
Every day's Friday. It's
Another sponsor.
So the old one is
Well
called
certified.
the old St. Ferdinand is the Shrine of St. Ferdinand.
Yes, I think that's correct.
I'll be darned.
Oh, here it is. Here it is.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we are on the left.
So we're gonna make a left, right?
Yep.
Okay. Here. Wow.
Wait a minute, that's not Coke Park, is
It
it?
is. Yes, it is.
Oh, cut it out.
It's been a while since you've been here. Me too.
Oh man, that's not where they play soccer, is it?
Right there.
Right here, where they had the NAIA championships.
Yeah.
2 or 3
What,
years
there's
ago.
no
Yes.
fence around it. I thought it was like a enclosed fence.
Well, there's a fence.
My God.
You could pay your 75 cents to get in, or
Oh,
from outside on the sidewalk.
It was the NAIA. They weren't trying to keep you out. They were trying to keep you in.
oh. So what intersection am I at?
Shackleford and Howdershell.
No, it's
And
Howder. That becomes Shackleford's that way. Howder Shell's that way. This is Charbonnier.
Wow.
But yeah, everything changes.
Well, there's a handful of people saying this was soccer central in the United States of America. I personally didn't. But anyway, they thought that this Coke Park was the place. How about that, man?
Well, it was for 1 week, for 2 or 3 years for the NAIA National Championship.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it
How many
was.
teams were in that, Sean?
8.
6 to 8.
8
Just
teams.
8.
Yeah, 8 teams. I think in '74 you had Quincy, you had Westmount from California, Davis and Elkins,
Yep.
Keene State,
Oh yeah.
Erskine College,
Yep.
Wow.
George Mason, which is now Division I, was actually NAIA.
That's Coke Park.
That's it.
Yeah, that's hard to believe.
Holy cow.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Henry F. Coke Park.
Wow.
Whoever he was.
Yeah. Here it is.
Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
The end of your trail here, Wales.
Yeah,
This
they
is
used to have stands right there, boy.
Right in the outfield.
Almost like the
I mean the infield.
yeah. Almost the whiff.
Wow.
The blinks. Yeah.
Not as I remember it, but
No,
what
not
can
at
I-
all.
What can I say?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, so we know that you know that I know. We did it. We accomplished it. We went back to go forward with the likes of English and Kelly with the whale. Now, how about it? Shawn, what's your closing thoughts about it all?
Well, there's a couple fields we didn't go to, like St. Anne's. We talked about that one.
Yeah.
Bissell Park, home of the Fighting Tigers from St. Jerome's. Places like maybe St. Williams, I guess they had a place they played out there.
Yeah.
So there's more to be had with this North County. I'm sure that people will say, hey, why didn't you go to this field or that field? But we can't go everywhere. So here's where we are. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Thanks for doing the show with us today, Wales. Those that are listening, thanks for letting us into your home. And if you're in your car, thanks for the ride.
So, on full disclosure, if it wasn't for Shawn, Patrick, Joseph, Kelly, I would have not have been graduating from my high school. And this guy, you got me to and from high school and from and back from pitches.
Physically and emotionally.
Yes, exactly. So what a trip, man.
Let's not push it.
Lou, close us out.
Man, what a trip from North St. Louis to North County. All kinds of soccer fields, and unfortunately, in the middle of the summer, we didn't see one kid or adult playing soccer the whole time.
You're right about that. We not
And I
not
think
a one.
that says quite a bit about the state of the game in the United States today.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, it's 5 afternoon. 12:05, you're right. It would be just guys drenched in sweat just because they started playing early to beat the sun and go home at noon. Yep. But you're right, Lou. You're right. That's why you're the prince of soccer in St. Louis area, because you picked it out.
Prince Charles.
It was, man, I mean, wow. That is, and we seen it. So many softball and baseball diamonds at the old St. Pirrone. No more, man. I mean, gosh, holy cow. All right, well, my thrill came to spend some time with the likes of Lou English and Shawn Kelly. I mean, it's not every day, and people who are friends of theirs knows it, and so
both of them.
yeah, and they were born in North County, but they live North County. Yeah, so I applaud them, and I really have liked them from the get-go, and going around doing this deal, it's all part of everything. So I guess there's some whippersnappers listening that when they start driving, they'll take everybody out to all the fields that they go to, Creve Coeur and this and that, and
Abishon Park, we forgot.
yeah. But yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know that I know that you know. You're well certified.
Hey, that's unbelievable.
Yeah. And you too can be well certified if you try.